High Admiral Dorn of the Galactic Federation stood on the command deck of his flagship, the Inevitable Conquest Asterisk, gazing down at the blue-green planet below. Earth, as its inhabitants called it, had been discovered only 3 standard cycles ago, yet already it caused him more frustration than worlds 10 times its significance. "They've responded to our ultimatum, Admiral," his communications officer reported. Dorn flicked a tentacle dismissively. "Let me guess. More excuses about their inability to produce the required tributes?" "No, sir. They've invited us to witness a demonstration." Dorn's eye stalks quivered with irritation. The humans were primitive by Federation standards. Their technology was crude, their unified government barely a century old. Yet they'd shown remarkable adaptability since first contact, absorbing and integrating alien technologies with disturbing speed. "Very well," he sighed. "Prepare my shuttle." Director Thomas Miller wiped sweat from his brow as he paced the underground facility beneath the Atacama Desert. Earth's unified government had tasked him with an impossible mission: convince the Galactic Federation that humanity deserved respect, not subjugation. "Project Threshold is ready, sir," his assistant, Dr. Lisa Reed, announced. "The Federation delegation has arrived." Thomas nodded grimly. "Let's hope this works. Otherwise, we're looking at becoming just another tribute world." The Federation's demands have been clear. Earth would provide resources, technology, and human subjects for cultural exchange, a thin euphemism for servitude. Refusal meant orbital bombardment. Compliance meant slow cultural death. But humanity had a third option. Admiral Dorn and his security detail were escorted through the underground facility, his breathing apparatus making a slight whistling sound in Earth's nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere. "This way, please," Thomas said, leading them into a massive chamber dominated by a circular metal platform surrounded by enormous machinery. "What we're about to show you represents 10 years of secret research since we intercepted your first probes." Dorn clicked his mandibles impatiently. "The Federation's patience grows thin, human. Your world has nothing that could possibly—" "We discovered something in the quantum fabric of our region of space," Thomas interrupted. "Something unique to Earth's position in the galaxy." Dr. Reed activated a control panel, and the machinery hummed to life. Above the platform, the air began to shimmer and distort. "What is this?" Dorn demanded, his security detail shifting nervously. "We call it a rift," Thomas explained. "A doorway to somewhere else." The shimmering air tore open, revealing a swirling vortex of purple-black energy. Through this tear in reality, glimpses of another world could be seen. Vast landscapes of crystal formations reflecting light from twin suns. "Impossible," Dorn whispered. "Trans-dimensional engineering is theoretical at best. Even our most advanced scientists—" "We don't know how it works," Thomas admitted. "Only that it does. We can open doorways to at least 7 different realities so far." Dr. Reed continued, "Each reality contains resources unique to that dimension, elements and compounds that don't exist in our universe." Dorn's eye stalks extended fully in shock. "You've been harvesting extra-dimensional resources?" Thomas nodded. "Limited amounts, yes. We're still learning, but we thought you should know what Earth brings to the table before finalizing any arrangements." 3 hours later, Admiral Dorn sat in stunned silence aboard his shuttle, returning to the flagship. His aide drafted a new report for Federation High Command. Humanity had changed everything. A species capable of opening rifts between dimensions could not be treated as just another tribute world. The implications were staggering and terrifying. If humans could open doors between realities, they could potentially bring through anything: allies, weapons, armies, or something worse. 1 week later, Thomas and the Earth Council received the Federation's revised proposal. No longer demanding tribute, they offered a full alliance treaty, with Earth retaining sovereignty and receiving significant technological exchange. "They're afraid of us now," General Jackson remarked during the council meeting. "We should press our advantage, demand more." Thomas shook his head. "That would be unwise. Fear makes for poor alliances. Besides," Dr. Reed added, "they don't know our limitations yet." The council members exchanged knowing looks. The rift technology was real, but far less controlled than they had implied. Each activation risked catastrophic failure. The crystal world they'd shown was the only stable connection they'd established, and they could maintain the rift for merely minutes at a time. But the Federation didn't need to know that. 6 months later, Admiral Dorn stood beside Thomas on the observation deck of the Federation's newest diplomatic station, orbiting Earth. "Your people continue to surprise us," Dorn admitted, watching as human engineers worked alongside Federation technicians. "The materials you've provided from your alternative source have already revolutionized our propulsion systems." Thomas nodded politely. Earth had carefully controlled what came through the rift, just enough exotic materials to prove their value, not enough to reveal their limitations. "We look forward to a long and beneficial partnership," Thomas said. What he didn't say was that Earth's scientists were already making breakthroughs. With each passing month, the rifts became more stable, the connections more diverse. Soon they would no longer be bluffing. Humanity had secured its place among the stars, not through superior firepower or ancient knowledge, but through the oldest human trait of all, turning a desperate gamble into a winning hand. Dorn gazed out at Earth glowing blue in the darkness. The Federation had come seeking tribute and instead found something far more valuable and dangerous than they could have imagined. A doorway to infinity held in human hands.